What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over everything you need to know about Fortnite OGs Season 7 and 8 update, which came out today. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you think of today's update. So for starters, we're going to get into the map changes, and we did not get the map changes exactly as they were in Season 7 and 8. This is the map we have after today's update. And if you guys were around in Chapter 1, you'll probably realize that the snow biome is not as large as it used to be. In actual Season 7, the snow biome was larger and it kind of consumed Greasy Grove, Flush Factory, and Yonder Yard, and even the snow extended to Shifty. And we had a POI called Happy Hamlet, which did not return today. We got Frosty Flights and Polar Peak added, but Happy Hamlet did not return, and the snow biome is smaller than it was before. And then pretty much none of the Season 8 map changes were on the map. We don't have the volcano, we don't have Lazy Lagoon, but we do have the pirate camps, which have taken over some kind of like of the abandoned buildings on the map. There was pirate camps added. These were like a minor map change throughout Season 8, but it did kind of add more loot to the map, I think, and made some areas that were kind of previously just very lackluster a little bit better, so that is nice. But those are the map changes for today. Personally, I'm happy with this. We've kind of known about this for a while, but I was not the biggest fan of the Season 7 map changes, so to see them kind of reined in a bit is nice. But for people who, you know, really miss Happy Hamlet, it does kind of suck. For the vaulted items today, we got the suppressed pistol and SMG, both vaulted. The light machine gun, semi-auto sniper, bolt sniper, boogie bomb, chiller trap, porta-fortress, double barrel shotgun, and 6-shooter. All of those items were vaulted. Of the most like impactful vaults here, I think the LMG, semi-auto snipe, boogie bomb, and porta-fortresses all being vaulted definitely changes the game a decent amount in zero build. And then for what was added to the game today, we got the flintlock pistol, the combat shotgun, the tactical SMG, the minigun, the dual pistols, the drum gun, the suppressed sniper, the quad launcher, the glider redeploy item, balloons, buried treasure, poison trap, the plane, and the pirate cannon. So we did get a decent amount of items added to the game with today's update. Of these items, I think the most impactful are probably just going to be the combat shotgun and then the suppressed sniper if you are someone who enjoys sniping. The buried treasure map is also huge. I might make another video about this in like a day or two, but the buried treasure map is very good. I got it several times today, and it seems like every time you get the buried treasure, you will get a scar and pump at purple or gold rarity. It does kind of alternate. Sometimes you'll get one purple, one gold. Sometimes you'll get both gold. I didn't get any where I just got both purple. But either way, these treasure chests are huge. I would definitely recommend going for them if you want good loot. And one of the nice things is that we have a lot of rifts on the map in zero build. So if you land at an area with a rift nearby, you know, take that treasure map, hit the rift, go get the loot, and then you'll have good loot like pretty early on in the game. So I would definitely recommend taking advantage of the treasure chests if you are someone who's kind of struggled to get good loot in this season. The plane was added today, and this was a very like controversial item in Season 7 because of how OP it was. And the thing that people disliked most about it at the time was just getting third-partied by planes when you're in a build fight. It would like crash through the builds, and you could spray out the builds with the gun on the plane. If you're playing zero build, that's not really as much of a concern because, you know, you're not going to be having build fights where you're getting third-partied by planes. It does also use fuel now, which was not a thing back in the day. And another thing that people kind of had problems with is that people would just kind of chill in the plane all game until like end game and just, you know, exist in the air for the entire game. It was a way to just kind of cheese wins. That really won't be as much of a thing anymore because there is fuel now. That wasn't a thing in the game back then, so it just had unlimited, whereas now it will run out of fuel over time if you use it too much. And if you use the boost, you actually do consume a lot of fuel at any given time. You can use this to get around the map faster. Also, if you're playing the game and someone tries to run you over with the plane, which, you know, might happen, you can just jump on back of their plane and then start shooting them from the passenger seat. This works out quite well. If you time it correctly, you just got to like jump and then hit your like get in the vehicle button as it like kind of glides over you, and you could just get in. And this was kind of a trick back in the day to deal with those people trying to grief your fights with the planes. Overall, I didn't see very many players using these today. I think I encountered them like probably 5 or less times. Like it wasn't a huge deal, and it wasn't as prevalent as it was in the actual like days of season 7. This may just be because, you know, people are new to it and aren't used to using it yet, and maybe it'll get more use as time goes on. We'll see, but the planes didn't bother me as much as they did back in the day. The quad launcher sounds really OP. It's basically a rocket launcher that has 4 rockets, but it has much lower damage than the RPG. And it also has a lower blast radius than the RPG. I didn't use it at all today, so I don't know exactly what the damage is like on it. A lot of the weapons in Fortnite OG have had different stats than what their like current, you know, balance update says if you like go into creative and use the weapon. Based on the stats of this weapon, it does 80 damage for purple and 84 for gold, but like I said, it might be a bit off on that because Fortnite OG has been weird with weapon stats. Like if you use the pump in creative, it has very different stats than what it has in Fortnite OG. So the quad launcher might be a little different, but it's not as hard hitting as the RPG. It's just more of like a spammable rocket launcher, and this can be good if you kind of have somebody playing around cover. You can shoot the rockets down on them and kind of flush them out of cover pretty well. But if you're someone who wanted to go for like a grapple RPG play and then like swap to your shotgun, I think the RPG is going to be a much better weapon for that sort of thing. The quad launcher just annoys me way less than the RPG. If I'm going to be fighting somebody, I would much rather them use the quad launcher than the RPG. And then the final thing, or one of the final things I want to talk about in this update is going to be the combat shotgun. I think it's pretty good. It's weird that this was added in today's update because this weapon was actually added in Season 9. And next Thursday, we're getting the Season 9 and X update into Fortnite OG. So you would think it would make more sense to put the combat shotgun in then, but it got added today for whatever reason. It has a higher fire rate than the tac shotgun. It also has pretty solid range, especially compared to the shotguns we currently have in the loot pool. And it also has a pretty tight pellet spread. So it should be a lot more consistent than either the pump or tac shotguns. It just doesn't have as much like range or as much damage as something like the pump. So I used it a decent amount today and I enjoyed my time using it, but I don't really know if it's my preferred shotgun. I'll probably have a video on it in like a day or two talking about it. It exists at blue to gold rarity. Didn't see a gold one today. I just saw blue and purple. But it's definitely a solid weapon. I would recommend trying it out and seeing if you like it. And I think it has potential to be the best shotgun in Zero Build this season. I just kind of want to play around with it more and see what I think as the days go on and as we get more time to play on this update. The final thing I want to talk about is going to be the skin changes that a lot of you might have been getting clickbaited about. So with today, they added ratings to the game and 2 creative maps. And this is going to be like, you know how you go into the store and a game is rated M or E? They added that sort of thing for creative. So Battle Royale and the core Fortnite game modes are rated T for teen. There are some creative maps that the creator of the map can choose to have the map as E for everyone. And then in those E for everyone maps, you may have some cosmetics that are restricted, and so you can't use them in that island. And I've seen a lot of confusion about this as people thinking that like Epic took those skins out of the game or they banned those skins. No, it is if you choose to play an E for everyone map, you can't use certain cosmetics. If you just play BR, this doesn't affect you at all. And I've seen some very strange takes of people saying like creative is ruining Battle Royale because some items got banned. But it's like if you don't play creative and you just play BR, this doesn't impact you at all. It's just the E rated maps and the E10 maps. You may have some cosmetics restricted, but the T for teen maps, you should be fine. Like nothing should change there. There's, you know, people are really bent out of shape about this, but I just really don't think it's that big of a deal personally. If you don't like that you can't use the skin in a map, just don't play that map or use a different skin there. Just really don't think it's that big of a deal. And the way people are talking about it online kind of just seems like some people are just, you know, they wanted something to complain about anyways. But that is going to be it for this update. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you like some more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.